We're in a big lake headed toward Grand Rivers and Paducah. I think in the summer that's probably full of pleasure boats. There's a few there now. Got some nice houses around here, and there's someone out there fishing. We're on Grand Rivers. The mayor met us at the ship. Shook his hand. He's glad we're here.
Yeah, y'all are busy. Here, Kentucky Dam extends all the way southward to Pittsburgh Landing and Shiloh. What we will see at Shiloh on Saturday is actually, technically, according to the U.S. Geological people, still Kentucky Lake. Now that's the Tennessee River, of course, that Admiral Foote will be utilizing to get down to Fort Henry, and then back from Fort Henry into the Ohio, and then into the Cumberland. Here, look to the right, and you'll see the Ohio. Yeah, you can kind of see the barges there. In fact, that island, if you look to your right, that'll be the old Tennessee. If you look to your left, that will be the Ohio. And so that's where the Tennessee empties into the Tennessee. Now, if you're looking
some more.
Now, when we get to the next gap up here, all you will see, of course, is Ohio. But before that, we have a train. Who doesn't like a train?
Here we go. There's some more.
No, we're not that buzzed.
Atomic City.
We're not that buzzed.
Atomic Age.
There you get a good view of the Ohio. Yeah, we do have a road close up there.
See, look at the nice old street, cobblestones and all. These are really pretty. This is where we're going, the Tilghman house.
Oh, by the way, while you're all standing around here, I've got some faux mint julep punch. And when I say faux, that means there's no gold in it. It is Mr. Lloyd Tilghman when he comes here in 1852. Did Tim tell you that?
We have been following Lloyd Tilghman all at Vicksburg. We saw a statue in Vicksburg, and I've been telling them all about it. We're going to rename this trip the Lloyd Tilghman trip.
There will be a test shortly in the back room. Yeah, we're going to see him. You know, of course, then, he was brought here because he was one of America's great railway builders. And the city of Paducah had hired him to bring its first rail line in here. Okay, now what we really talk about, though, our story here, we are in the former home of Lloyd Tilghman. A lot of people think, well, we're in Kentucky, we're south of the Ohio River. This must be a memorial to the Confederacy. Nope. It's a Civil War museum that just happens to be in the former home of Lloyd Tilghman, who did, yes, join the Confederate Army. When they figured out the importance of Paducah, why is Paducah so important strategically? 3 rivers, where do they take rain? Directly into the heart of the South. And anyway, it's called the Tennessee River Plain, back in the War Department.
They're working on a model train. That'll be kind of fun when they get it done. Someone donated this loom, but it was in boxes, all in pieces. And the lady here put most of it together and then went to Google, found out what she was missing, made the pieces she was missing, and now it's a functioning loom. But she's not here today. We had lots of patchwork quilts that we wore out, but they would take the little pieces of material after the clothes were pretty well shot, save what they could, sew them together, put some stuffing in it, and you had a functional quilt. Today's Dutch lace. We've seen them do this in Bruges. Call it bobbin lace. Kinds of lace. Chantilly, Flanders, Bayeux, Belgium. And there's a lace guild example of one that's being worked on. Put the pins in there to keep it straight. And I assume we come down here. Yeah, there's the bobbins. Over and under and back and forth, and eventually you end up with a nice piece of lace. Amazing. And here we have a bedroom. Another quilt. This one's got fringe on it. Look at that headboard.
Now that's crocheted, I believe.
Easy quilt. They call it a string piece star.
That's got lots of small pieces.
From the Wall Street Journal in 2015. Here's a picture of Mr. Tilghman, and this statue is at Vicksburg. And it says, statue depicting the death of Confederate General Lloyd Tilghman, whose troops formed the Confederate rear guard at the Battle of Champion Hill in May 1863.
The symphony, and it should say Dunlap. Yeah, Dunlap. This is the original Tilghman Paducah School that was built by the Tilghman boys. Their money.
Walter
Junior high
Jetson
school.
Junior High School. They won't even give Tilghman the credit for it.
How about
I
that?
was looking
That's
for
it.
that. Dinner at Patti's, a huge establishment. Hotels, restaurants, gift shops, all kinds of stuff. Founded in 1977. Meringue pie. There's more meringue than lemon. $5. Heading to our dining room. Down this fake flower arbor with lights. Stained glass windows. Stained glass skylights. All kinds of private dining rooms. Here we have baskets on the ceiling. Mr. Bill's presidential room.
Wherever there's a menu, that's where y'all.
Okay, thank you.
Alcohol, whatever, go to it. Your treat. So, not your treat, their treat. You're good.
I am the marketing manager for Patti's 1880 Settlement. I have worked here for a little over 26 years and moved here from Alabama and started out as a server and done a little bit of everything since then, a little bit of everything. But Patti's was started in 1977 by Bill and Patti Toller. Mr. Bill was in the insurance agency business, and he came here on a job. And he fell in love with the little town. And he went back home to California and told Patti, said, we've got to come, you've got to see this place. You know, they came back, she fell in love with it too. There happened to be a little 6-unit motel for sale. They bought it. And they lived in one, and they rented out 4, and she started serving hamburgers and homemade ice cream. During the month of December, we do between 50 and 60,000 reservations, just the month of December. And it is still owned by her son. Bill and Patti both have passed away now, but it's still owned by their son. It will always be a family business. And we were chugging right along. We were on the Great Christmas Light Fight on ABC 2017, and Patti's burned in February of 2018. So when the show aired, we didn't even have a restaurant. You know.